Hello, hello, and welcome, my beautiful friends. How's it going? It is that time again. Yes, it is time for my very first PvP commentary video since coming on back to the Elder Scrolls Online. And to kick us off, I figured, what better class, what better build to start with than the Magicka Ranged Templar that I have been playing and been absolutely stuck on since I came back to the game. This thing is capable of snatching wigs at over 30 meters and able to compete at the Olympic level at the humble javelin toss.
Det et spydkast.
Og det Juha Laukanen fra Finland som kaster I sjette omgang. Og spydet treffer faktisk en funksjonær.
Yes, the Ranged Templar is by far my favorite way to play the Templar in this current meta, and if you give it a try, I think you'll find that it might just be yours too. The full build is of course posted on my channel, and if you want to get a hold of that, if you like what you see here, I'll drop a link in the description and in the pinned comment. Now, sadly, while I was messing with a new capturing software, I did manage to irrevocably lose about a dozen clips from my Emperor push the other day, some of which I was actually planning on using in this video, so we kind of had to settle with a little bit of the leftovers. So not the craziest fights that I've gotten on this build so far, but even though that is the case, these are still some pretty solid fights, with the last one being arguably the best clip that I've gotten since coming back, so there's still some good stuff in here. Don't forget to drop a like and a sub if you want to see more content like this, and let's go ahead and get on into the bloodshed, shall we? So, coming on into the first fight, we are in Imperial City, and I do see a gaggle of reds in very close proximity to me, so I'm going to go ahead and do what I can to bring down one before the rest show up. Of course, we do hit him with back-to-back-to-back crits there and a big fat meteor, and he takes a tumble straight into the afterlife, really evening the odds out here for me in this fight. A DK and a Nightblade are all that are left. They come into this room here, chasing me down. We got dots, we got bursts, so I'm going to be nice and careful here and try to stay on the mobility, you know, in and out, kiting, making sure the dots don't tick on me too aggressively so that way the Nightblade can burst me down, and just trying to make it overall kind of annoying for this DK to keep the pressure up on me by going in, going out, dropping the cleanse, and trying to stay at high health here. Again, doing a dodge roll the second the Nightblade shows himself to avoid all of that nasty burst damage. Unfortunately, I can't sense the end cap coming, and we do take a lot of damage there, but the DK decides to bug out for just long enough for me to put the pressure into this Nightblade, catch him in the jump with the javelin, bring him to low health, and start beaming him. Tries to heal himself up, but it's not quite enough, and that was Luca. Luca is now a friend after this fight, and a guild member, so show some respect to that man. He was fighting honorably. Now it is me versus the DK, and a Templar decides to come in and help him stay alive. But I do notice pretty quickly that the Templar is doing nothing to keep themselves alive, and their healing isn't all that powerful, so I'm going to go ahead and put some damage into them, beam them, and bring them on down. Now it is just me and the DK, and unfortunately for him, his dots are just not quite powerful enough to put the pressure on me, but I go ahead and put the pressure on him, show him how it's done, beam him, power light pops, and that is the end of fight number 1. Coming on now into clip number 2, we are still in the Imperial City, just killing a couple of NPCs because I need some stones, okay? I'm broke. I gotta make ends meet, so we gotta get them Hakai Joes, Hockey Joes, however you want to pronounce it. But we do start taking a little bit of damage from a bow-wielding Arcanist. Now, I haven't seen that before, but I'm not quite sure of what the Arcanist is capable of, considering I don't have one. But anyway, drop the meteor on him. He responds very well with a shield ultimate, and survives long enough for a little bit of help to arrive from the shadows. Do notice pretty quickly the Nightblade does not have a lot of HP, so go ahead and swap our tab target, heal through his damage there, get the debuffs up on him, catch him with a cheeky javelin, and finish him off. His healing was not quite strong enough to get him out of the danger zone there, and now that leaves us in a 1v1 with the Arcanist. But don't you worry, little Nightblade, you will not be alone in Sovngarde for very long, because we're going to catch the Arcanist with a nice cheeky javelin with a big 6k non-crit power of the light, finish him off there. Now I want to go try to get on the hunt for a few more reds when one drops in from the battle bus right here into Twisted Towers. I don't know, Fortnite. I'm just trying to be hip. Anyway, drop the meteor on him. Not able to quite finish him off. He is pretty solid at staying alive, and he's going to do so long enough to receive some red reinforcements. Unfortunately for them, I do have a little bit of yellow reinforcements. A fellow yellow has arrived on the scene, and while I could fight with him, I decided I'd rather just maybe skedaddle a little bit, see if I can split the group, get one or two breaking off and fighting me, so I can, you know, handle it by myself, but sadly, only one follows me, so we're going to show him the error of his ways and show him that bravery is not always rewarded on the battlefield. Put the dots up on him here, get the pressure on him, and catch him with a javelin when he's heavy attacking the beam, and he goes on down. Now we're going to try to find our yellow friend and help him out if he is still in danger. He is not over here, so we're going to turn around, check out the scene here, and looks like he was able to handle his problems as well. We do get fed yet another red soul here. We're just going to go ahead and put up the power light, the Ellie sus, the meteor here with the javelin, the 1-2 kangaroo buckle my shoe, and we're going to send that gamer straight to Sovngarde with the rest of his friends. And at this point, I noticed that the district is flagged, so I'm going to see if I can piss off a couple of the gamers here in this group, kind of poke the hornet's nest, get a few reds to come over here and fight me, potentially, hopefully. I'm trying to fight, but I don't want to fight on the flag because it's right by... you know what? Looking back, there's no reason that I couldn't have fought on the flag, now that I think about it. But you know what? That's not important. That's not important. Don't judge me, okay? I do what I want. Anyway, we find that same DK from earlier. He's going to do what he's good at, or she, them, they. I really don't know. I'm sorry. Please don't cancel me. Anyway, we're fighting them, and a few more DKs are going to pull up. We get 2 more DKs pulling up on the scene here in just a moment, as well as a warden here in a second. Here's the warden coming on in. I noticed pretty quickly that the warden is not buffed. So 2 things about the warden that make me want to unalive him. 1, polar wind is nasty and it can keep these DKs on their feet. 2, he's not buffed, so he should be a reasonably easy target to take care of. So we're gonna go ahead and tab target him, get our heals up, try to get back up to full health, catch the nasty fossilize there, but it's okay. Get onto the debuffs here with the warden, turn around, heal, try to finish him off here, get the Ellie sus up on him, get on the legs again, taking a whole lot of pressure from these 2 DKs. The 3rd DK has decided they no longer want the smoke, so that's good. Just the 1v3 here. Getting the warden down to low health, but we accidentally beamed the bear. The bear was sacrificing himself for his master, but it wasn't enough. Pop the sword and mortal to stay on through there and get the beam down into the guy's mouth and finish him off. Now it's just me versus the 2 DKs here. We're going to focus on the bow DK, because surprisingly, I believe the bow DK actually has the most damage of the 2 of them. He's got snipes, he's got poison injects. Honestly, an interesting setup. We got bow and sword and board. Very interesting, to say the least, but it's not enough to keep him alive here. The sword and board bar wasn't doing him much justice. We get him on his back, finish him off. Now it is just a 1v1 with the last DK. DK is going to take a lot of pressure here when he does get a Nightblade gamer popping up to assist him here, but he hits me with the softest end cap I've seen in my entire life, barely hitting 3k, and he decides that he does not want this fight, and he's going to skedaddle, leaving me to finish off this DK. Big proc damage there with the poison, the javelin, the meteor, the combo, feed him the beam, and it's over. And there's my boy Luca, dropping the bags of friendship, let him go about his business. Now, coming on into our 3rd and final fight, we are in the great, beautiful plains of Cyrodiil. Are these actually plains? I don't really know. I'm not great at geography. That might not even be the proper scientific term for what I'm trying to convey here, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I find some reds. There they are. Gonna go ahead and heavy attack this low HP gamer, pull him off of his horse, catch him with a javelin, and remove him from the equation before he even has a moment to, process what's going on. I see a fellow yellow gamer over there being absolutely abused by a group of reds. Could I have dived in there and thrown him some healing? Yeah, probably. Did I? No. No, I chose my own well-being over his, because as you can see, the moment that he died, they all converge on me, and luckily for me, I had a sword and board ultimate, and I had a great place to LOS here, getting up on top of the rock, setting down my Templar house, and just tanking up here. We got a nice bit of height advantage, some LOS. It's hard for these melee builds to get up here, and if they do get up here, guess what, buddy? I got a javelin for you. I'm the king of the rock, baby. Get down there. Peasant catches the beam, and he's dead. Now we're gonna put some damage into this Nightblade with the Ellie. He is gonna hide in stealth, and what do you know? The whole group has dispersed. The fear permeating through all of their little red brains when they are met with my radiating BDE, big dick energy, was just too much, so they had to go ahead and scramble like a couple of eggs. Do catch one gamer here who got caught out by himself, finish him off, and what do you know, we got another Nightblade bomber coming out of stealth. I don't appreciate it very much, I'm highly offended, so we go ahead and express mail him a meteor. And hey, there's the rest of the Reds. They took my resource. I don't appreciate that very much. I'm full of vitriol and anger, so I pick one in the middle of the group, pop a bunch of damage into him, beam him, and take him out just to show these guys how unappreciative I am of them trying to claim my resources their own. We have two nasty DKs on top of us, so we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of kiting here, get behind this tree, throw down the house. We do have a sword and board ultimate. Immediately notice the Nightblade poking me in the butt, don't like that very much. Pop the sword and board ult, locate the Nightblade who is at half health, try to get him out of the fight, stick out the beam here. Luckily, we do manage to secure the kill before all of those dots do get reapplied to us, so we're able to remove the Nightblade and get rid of a lot of that really nasty possible burst damage. Now we just got a couple of DKs and something shooting us from range. Don't like it very much, but it's okay. We can outspeed it, outpace it, get a bit of distance here, go back to our good spot for LOS because there are still 4 or 5 gamers alive, and I don't want to fight them straight up because I'm just not built that tanky. Turn around, rip a couple of heavies here to get some magicka back, and then get back onto the legs, jumping up here onto the rocks, reclaiming our spot as king of the mountain, and popping the sword and board ultimate to get a moment to go offensive here. Unfortunately, the rock does kind of cuck me, and it makes it very, very impossible to finish off the DK because of the whole LOS thing there, but that's okay. That's fine. You know, we'll pretend that I got the kill there. Anyway, putting the buffs down, getting the house ready, choosing a gamer that has not jumped up here as a target, putting some pressure. There's the javelin, couple of crushing shocks, and a beam. He's not going to heal himself up fast enough. He or she. I'm sorry. I automatically default to he. It's the internet, man. It's dangerous. Anyway, on to the next guy here, popping the sword and board ult, so this DK that's on my nuts here can't get up here and do damage to me. Go ahead and finish off the gamer across the way there with a nice beam, and then on to the 1v1 with the DK for a moment. However, I do notice there's a guy over here, ends up being a level 13, so go ahead and bully him with the javelin, with the crushing shocks and the beam, and the DK is going to run away. He's going to skedaddle right the hell out of here because he doesn't want any of this smoke. I'm going to go ahead and put some damage into this extra DK here. Notice this is a Nightblade. I'm at low health. Go ahead and dodge roll to avoid the bow there, or whatever that was. He's tossing light attacks, so I don't feel too threatened. So we're going to chase down the runner because I don't want to let any more souls get away than absolutely necessary. Go ahead and put the damage in here. Just start beaming. The fall damage should finish him off. Yep, there we go. And now it is just me and the Nightblade who is going to try their damnedest to escape the situation intact. Go ahead and pop the meteor. They don't block it. Take a big 11k meteor there. And then we're just going to finish him off with some beams while they're popping in and out of stealth here, trying to heal. And that is going to be the end of the third and final fight. And with that, my friends, the video ends. It's over. We're done. There's no more. Stop. Just go. Go away. We're done. Thank you for checking out the video. Again, sorry for losing all the other clips that I wanted to show you guys. The video could have been a little bit longer, a little more fun, but shit happens. I do make mistakes pretty often. I'm a little bit out of the game here still, trying to get back into the swing of things with this whole YouTube thing. But again, thank you guys. If you like the build, if you want to try giving it a shot, I do of course have the build video on the channel. Very, very in-depth, full guide on everything you might need to know about playing it, so feel free to check that out if you want. Also, feel free to come by the streams. I do stream on YouTube and on Twitch, and if you want to support the YouTube channel, consider becoming a channel member, like these handsome gentlemen on screen. They are some pretty big supporters, and they help make the whole YouTube dream a reality. And you do get a couple of little perks, including starting next patch, early access to all of my build videos. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm getting that out of here. I'm gonna go make a PB&J Sammy because I'm a bit hungry. Goodbye forever.